Evolution has rules. Mammals give live birth. Complex creatures need oxygen. Animals age and die. But what if I told you there are creatures walking, swimming, and flying right now that break every single one of these rules? Today, we're uncovering 7 animals that by all scientific logic shouldn't exist. Yet here they are, defying textbooks and rewriting what we know about life itself. For centuries, biologists have established rules for how life works. Then along comes a creature that looks at those rules, laughs, and does the exact opposite. These aren't minor exceptions. They're fundamental violations of biological principles, from mammals that lay eggs to creatures that survive in outer space, prepare to meet the animals that evolution forgot to put in a box. Animal number 1, the platypus. Evolution's prank. If a committee of scientists tried to design a fake animal as a joke, they'd create the platypus. When British naturalists first received a platypus specimen in 1799, they tried to remove the fake bill, believing it was a taxidermy hoax. Here's why it shouldn't exist. It's a mammal that lays eggs, one of only 5 monotremes on Earth. The male has venomous spurs on its hind legs, a trait almost unheard of in mammals. It hunts using electroreception like a shark, detecting electrical fields with its rubbery bill. It has 10 sex chromosomes, most mammals have 2. Even its DNA is bizarre, a mix of mammal, bird, and reptile genes. The platypus isn't just weird, it's a walking contradiction of biological classification that somehow works perfectly. Animal number 2, the naked mole rat. The cancer-proof mammal. Meet the naked mole rat, a creature so biologically wrong it could revolutionize medicine. First, it's a cold-blooded mammal, the only one known. That alone breaks the mammal rulebook. But the real magic is what's inside. These rodents don't get cancer at all. Scientists have tried to give them cancer for decades without success. They live 10 times longer than similar-sized rodents, up to 30 years. They feel no pain from certain acids. They can survive 18 minutes without oxygen by switching their metabolism to run on fructose like a plant. Their cells show no signs of aging, and females remain fertile their entire lives. Every system in their body operates on principles we don't understand. They're not just unusual. They're biologically impossible by every standard we have. Animal number 3, the tardigrade, the unkillable space traveler. Imagine an animal that can survive in boiling water, frozen in ice for decades, the vacuum of space, radiation doses that would vaporize you, and pressures 6 times greater than the deepest ocean trench. Meet the tardigrade, or water bear. At 0.5 millimeter long, this micro-animal breaks the most fundamental rule of biology, the limits of survival. Scientists have exposed tardigrades to conditions that should destroy DNA, proteins, and cell structures. Their secret, when threatened, they enter cryptobiosis, removing 95% of their body water and curling into a ton. In this state, they're essentially dead, but not dead. What's truly baffling is their DNA repair mechanism. After complete cellular destruction, they can reassemble themselves. We still don't understand how they achieve this biological resurrection. Animal number 4, the blobfish, the deep sea's gravity. Defier, you've seen the meme. The sad melting face voted world's ugliest animal. But in its natural habitat, the blobfish is an engineering marvel that defies physics. Living at depths of 2,000 to 4,000 feet, it experiences pressures 120 times greater than sea level. Any normal fish would be crushed instantly. The blobfish's secret? It has no bones, no muscles, and almost no density. Its body is a gelatinous mass slightly less dense than water. It doesn't swim. It floats just above the seafloor, consuming whatever drifts by. The mind-bending part? Bring it to the surface, and its body can't maintain structure in normal pressure. It melts, not because it's weak, but because it's perfectly adapted to an environment that should be impossible for complex vertebrate life. It exists in a permanent state of anti-gravity buoyancy we can't replicate. Animal number 5. The axolotl, the perfect regenerator. In medicine, we dream of regenerating limbs. The axolotl does it routinely, and then some. This Mexican salamander can regrow legs, tail, spinal cord, heart tissue, and even parts of its brain, perfectly, without scars. Cut an axolotl in half, scientifically of course, and it can regenerate into 2 complete individuals. But here's what makes no sense. Regeneration usually increases cancer risk. The axolotl's cells divide rapidly during regeneration but never become cancerous. They have a genetic off switch we can't identify. Even more bizarre, most amphibians undergo metamorphosis from larval to adult form. The axolotl stays in its larval form its entire life, yet reproduces normally, a phenomenon called neoteny that breaks developmental biology rules. It's not just healing, it's rewriting its entire body blueprint on demand. Animal number 6, the pangolin, the mammal in armor. Mammals have fur or hair. That's a fundamental classification. Except for the pangolin, the only mammal completely covered in hard, overlapping keratin scales. When threatened, it rolls into an impenetrable ball, something no other mammal does. But the real biological impossibility is its tongue. The pangolin's tongue is longer than its entire body when extended, anchored not in its mouth, but in its pelvis. It lacks teeth, instead swallowing stones to grind food in its stomach. Its scales are made of the same material as human fingernails, yet arranged in a pattern that deflects predators. Evolutionarily, it's a patchwork of reptile and mammal traits that shouldn't work together. It's like nature tried to create an armadillo, an anteater, and a pine cone simultaneously, and somehow succeeded. Animal number 7, the Greenland shark, the 500-year-old teenager. Everything we know about aging says complex creatures have limited lifespans. The Greenland shark laughs at this concept. Recent studies show these Arctic sharks can live 400 to 500 years, making them the longest living vertebrates on Earth. Here's the impossible part. They live in near-freezing waters that should slow their metabolism to near death, yet they're active predators. Their tissues contain high levels of trimethylamine oxide, a compound that should be toxic but instead acts as natural antifreeze. Most shocking, they don't reach sexual maturity until age 150. That means a Greenland shark alive today was hunting when Shakespeare was writing. Their cellular repair mechanisms defy every model of aging we have. They've essentially beaten biology's greatest inevitability, death by old age. These 7 creatures represent more than just biological oddities. They're living proof that nature's rulebook has pages we haven't discovered yet. They challenge our most fundamental assumptions about what's possible in the animal kingdom. In a world where we think we understand the rules of life, these animals remind us that evolution is still writing its own exceptions. Which of these impossible animals fascinates you the most? Do you think they're exceptions that prove the rules, or evidence that we need to rewrite the textbooks entirely? Let us know in the comments below. We read every single one. If you want to explore more of nature's most baffling mysteries, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We discover new wonders every week. Until next time, remember, in nature, the impossible is just waiting to be found.